General Manager at the Ministry of Tourism, Mr. Anthony Stewart, says that the new 2014 telephone directory, which was designed by a team of his co-workers, is actually a lesson in Bahamian history.
What we did was we came up with the look of the 1960s newspapers, and we took that concept. So you'll see that the Yellow Pages really tells the story of the formation of the Ministry of Tourism and stories that were taking place in the decades of the 60s. So stories such as the Tourism Act, stories that would range with Sir Durwood and Cecil Cook winning a gold medal in the Olympics, the construction of Paradise Island Bridge, hotel development on Paradise Island, and of course the Sydney winning the Oscar.
But not only are the stories of the 1960s displayed on the phone book, each decade since then is also presented.
And then in the 70s, the approach then was what were some of the biggest stories in the 70s? One of the biggest stories was Treasure Cay being named one of the top 10 beaches in the world. So we used that concept for the Abaco book, Treasure Cay being a part of Abaco. So the concept went for the decades would be the 70s. And then in the 1980s, we looked at Grand Bahama. In the 1980s, Grand Bahama welcomed its first million tourist visitor. So we then said, all right, let's look at Grand Bahama. What are some of the things that happened in the 80s in Grand Bahama? The welcoming of their million tourists, the opening of Port Lucaya Marketplace, the Speed Week that they had there, the Vintage Speed Week. We looked at also what were some of the big transportations at that point, the Sea Escape and Discovery Cruise Line.
Mr. Stewart says he hopes everyone takes the time to enjoy this new historic edition.
The book will not only give the newspaper look, but the book also is a history lesson. The book is actually something that you should stay at home and use as a history lesson. It should be in the schools, telling the story of tourism, but not only the story of tourism, but the story of the Bahamas, because as you know, tourism is the major industry of the Bahamas. So the concept really behind it is to tell a story.
For the Tourism Today Network, I'm Gina Seeley.